In one of the writings from Old Testament times, but writings which are not part of the Old Testament, there is a litany of famous men, some of whose names we know, but many we do not. In some instances, their identity can be surmised, names like Noah and Abraham and Moses. But whoever they are or were, their contributions were noteworthy, and even though their names might be missing or forgot, they are reputed to be persons of mercy. And we are told their righteous deeds have not been forgotten. They have no memorial. They perished as if they had never lived, never been, we are told, even though their children are gone and they are gone as well. Their memory lives on in the lives of those whose faith matches theirs. But their names are lost, even as their posterity continues forever to this day, perhaps forever. Today we gather to tell the story, recall the heroic deeds, the honorable and holy life of one who was truly a good person, a loving father, a grandfather, a great-grandfather, a great-great-grandfather, a trusted friend, a faithful husband. Deeds that are worth recounting. He was a good man. He was one of those good men whose names we will not forget, but more importantly, whose life will be regularly in our memory. You will hear about him. You will learn about him, and if not so already, come to appreciate the man he was. From the streets of the west side of Detroit to Salvation Army service in distant places, not only in this country, but other countries as well. Although in truth, perhaps his most rewarding and fond work was his ministry and service on the streets of Skid Row in the city of Detroit, ministering to and serving those who had no hope for their lives if it were not for the presence of Jesus. Today, he is with his beloved and lovely Ivy, his wife of nearly 70 years, our mother, who also made us proud to be called their children. We cannot speak of one without referencing the other. He would introduce me to others as, "This is my boy." Imagine a man like that, like this, allowing me to be called his boy, and seeming to relish that I was. Today we honor his life. We honor their lives, their memory, their influence, their faithfulness to God in this great salvation war. And to a person we say, Lord, help us to be like them. Allow us to be the kinds of persons they were, this man and this woman. Lord, help us and grace us to be all and who you want us to be. But back to the lesson of those famous men, we too affirm that their righteous deeds will not be forgotten, and will demonstrate that by the lives that we will live. And now we honor him, who now stands in the presence of the Lord he loved and served for so long. He who is hearing those words of affirmation and validation, well done, good and faithful servant. You've done well, the Lord will say. You may enter into the joy of my kingdom. And for ourselves, we say, perhaps we even sing to the Lord, to his Lord, to our Lord, these words. Reckon on me, following thee, living forever thy servant to be. Cloudy or fine, Lord, I am thine. Until thy face I shall see. And I shall see him face to face and tell the story, saved by grace. And I shall see him face to face and tell the story, saved by grace. That is why we gather here today, to hear and tell the story, saved by grace.